7. Government unveils its bold energy reform powered by 2 new 62-megawatt turbines. We'll show you the massive boost for the local power grid. And a wet but historic day in Andros with the groundbreaking for a $6.8 million state-of-the-art clinic in Mangrove Key. Residents eager for enhanced healthcare. The clinic set to be complete as early as late 2025. Also, big business beware. The Davis administration proposes a new tax plan aimed at multinational corporations pulling in hundreds of millions annually. The revenue expected to tackle national debt and help lower the cost of living. Then in our news at 7:30, is a grand revival in sight? PM Davis teases things are looking up in talks for the sale of the Grand Lucayan Resort. Our news live at 7 starts now. Welcome to Our News Live at 7. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Marlena Leonard, in for Candino Knowles. 2 brand new 62-megawatt dual-fuel turbine engines have been added to the power grid. But will it mean less load shedding and power cuts? Officials think so. In a ceremony on Tuesday evening, government rolled out its ambitious energy reform program. Our Joshua Williams was there and filed this report.
Just behind me are 2 dual-fuel turbine engines. Officials say they're expected to push 62 megawatts of power. The goal, easing electricity production here at Clifton Pier.
There you go. Thank you very much.
It's the hope of government that these 2 engines will relieve the power generation load. Prime Minister Philip Davis says the new engines enable BPL to immediately enhance its energy capacity while allowing for a transition to cleaner fuels like liquefied natural gas.
Our vision for energy reform is not limited to new engines or upgrades. It's about breaking free from an energy system that has, for too long, been inefficient, outdated, and reliant on costly and environmentally harmful fuels. It's about reducing the cost of electricity for families and businesses, improving service reliability, and making our energy sector cleaner and more sustainable.
The generators come as BPL continues to struggle with increased demand resulting in power outages and load shedding, something that has plagued taxpayers for years. Energy Minister JoBeth Colby Davis says it was all made possible through a private-public partnership with Bahamas Utilities Holdings Limited, a subsidiary of Focal. That PPP is governed by a power purchase agreement.
The PPA for this project includes clearly defined key performance indicators and penalties for non-performance. Provisions have also been made included to lock down rates, which will protect Bahamian households and businesses from large cost fluctuations.
And for Focal President and CEO Dexter Adderley, it marks the era of new power generation in the country.
Today's commissioning is the first milestone in a broader strategy to implement an LNG to power solution for the Bahamas in partnership with global leaders like Shell and General Electric.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Joshua Williams.
Healthcare in Central Andros is set to get a major upgrade. The government broke ground and signed a contract for the construction of a new $6.8 million medical facility in Mangrove Key, Andros. The facility will be state-of-the-art, and construction is expected to be completed within the next 15 to 18 months. Health Minister Dr. Michael Darville says officials are hopeful the new clinic will address many of the medical challenges faced by this close-knit community.
The facility will offer a wide cross-section of services including laboratory, X-ray, ultrasound, telemedicine, and other IT platforms to ensure that you are connected with our tertiary facility, whether it be in New Providence or Grand Bahama. The purpose of this facility is to lay the foundation for further growth and development of Mangrove Key to ensure that we have a facility large enough and well equipped enough to assess and to be able to accommodate the growing population.
The facility will sit on 11 acres of land and will be outfitted with a morgue, a fully equipped laboratory, and a standalone medical waste facility. Residents say this development is long overdue and will bring much needed peace of mind, especially during medical emergencies.
We need everything. Because we need it. We need it because we should have a little further up on there, right there, it wasn't that a good place. So right there is wonderful. We need that right now.
It's better for weather like hurricanes and stuff. When hurricane on the front road, you can't pass. So the clinic will be weightless, so they just have to move from there and go to another place so they can serve us. So I think this area in the back, once they do the road straight down through to this other settlement, is perfect for us.
The Davis administration tabling a new bill in Parliament today that will, among other things, lower the overall cost of living for Bahamians and reduce the national debt. That's according to the Davis administration. The domestic minimum top-up tax seeks to introduce an effective tax rate of 15% on multinational enterprises operating in the Bahamas. These companies will have an annual consolidated revenue of or above $818 million. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Investments Chester Cooper tabled the bill and assured most Bahamian companies won't be impacted.
In addition, with the passage of this bill, the Bahamas would be allowed to retain tax revenues and profits of these entities that would otherwise be subjected to top-up tax in another jurisdiction under the OECD's income inclusion rule.
The Prime Minister previously said the top-up tax will ease tax burdens on Bahamians. Cooper said the bill reflects comments received during the public consultation period.
The consultation paper foreshadowed the government's intention to introduce some form of incentives to reduce the cost of doing business in the Bahamas. These incentives would be laid out in a companion piece of legislation. These incentives would, when introduced, impact all businesses, not just businesses which qualify for the DMTT. That's the incentives.
A 47-year-old man is behind bars after he was charged with shooting a 20-year-old man in Eleuthera earlier this month. Lavardo McKenzie faces charges of attempted murder and possession of a firearm with intent to endanger life in connection with the October 5th shooting of Cameron Willie Dean. The shooting took place outside a bar in Greencastle, Eleuthera, and is believed to be connected to a stabbing of another man earlier that day. McKenzie didn't have to enter pleas to the charges when he stood before Chief Magistrate Roberto Reckley. Bail was denied, and McKenzie is next back in court on February 27, 2025, to receive voluntary bill of indictment papers. Well, it's time now for your first look at temperatures. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is standing by in the Weather Center. Greg?
Yeah, thanks, Marlene. And if you did get to go outside today, temperatures were a lot cooler than we had last week.
Finally.
Yeah, we have a front coming through, and that's going to cool us down even more. So wait for it. 81 degrees is our current temperature outside our studios. Cloudy with some light showers outside. The winds out of the east-northeast at 8 miles per hour, but they're going to fall off just ahead of that front. And once that front goes through, they're going to pick up really strong. Your feels like temperature, very comfortable, 79 degrees is what it's like on the outside. Temperatures right now, 79 in Freeport, 80 in Allenstown, Bimini, in Nicholstown, Andros, and in Marsh Harbor, Abaco, Great Harbor Key. You guys are 81 here in the capital as well. Governor's Harbor, 77 with some showers and thunderstorms nearby. Central Bahamas, 81 in Kemps Bay, 79 Arthurstown, Cat Island. 82s, Georgetown, the Exumas, Deadman's Key, Long Island, Coburn Downs in Salvador, 80 and into the southeast Bahamas. Duncantown, Ragged Island, 84, 83 in Colonel Hill, Crooked Island, Delectable Bay, Acklands, 84 also in Abrahams Bay, and in Matthewtown, Inagua. And look like you guys in Inagua, you have some showers nearby. Providenciales, Turks and Caicos Islands, you round out our temperature profile at 86. Talking about a front that's coming through, the front is now racing into the northwest Bahamas, and we have a lot of showers with some isolated thunderstorms along that boundary that will continue to side towards the south. But a dry air mass is going to be moving in. So we're looking at some cooler temperatures for most of the islands. Once that front gets into the area, it's expected to stall in the central Bahamas, and it's going to stay there for at least another day or two. That's your first look at weather. Stick with us. Look at your extended forecast. It's still to come.
Still to come on Our News, a silver screen debut, how stepping out of his comfort zone led a Bahamian film director to claim a coveted movie accolade. But first, Team Bahamas falls short in CONCACAF Nations League play-in bid. We'll tell you the goal scorers in our sports at 7 when Our News returns.
Hey, Greg Thompson here, and thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that follow button. And if you want to see more content like this, follow all of our news social media pages. And hey, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team you already trust.
Hey y'all, are you ready to be inspired? I am thrilled to announce that Inspire Her 2024 is coming, and it's going to be bigger and better than ever. Join us at the luxurious Atlantis Hotel Paradise Island on October 10th for an evening filled with inspiration, empowerment, and connection. The evening session promises to offer exclusive networking opportunities and transformative discussions. We invite everyone to attend and to be part of this incredible gathering. Hear from leading women activists, entrepreneurs, CEOs, thought leaders, and more as they share their stories, insights, and wisdom. Tickets are now available for purchase through the Alive Events app. Corporate packages and vendor opportunities are also available, providing a unique platform for businesses to showcase their support and connect with a diverse audience. Grab your girlfriends, mark your calendars for October 10th, and join us at the Inspire Her 2024 Women's Conference. See you there.
Hey, you're gonna watch the Charlie Bahama Show this week because it is super special. I don't know if you can tell by how I'm dressed, but AJR will be on this episode.
Welcome to Our Sports at 7, presented by 10th year seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Marknut. Let's do show. The last time the Yankees had a 2-0 lead in the American League Championship Series, they went on to win the 2009 World Series. Jazz Chisholm Jr. and the 2024 Yankees just took a 2-0 lead in the ALCS. We'll see what happens next. Chisholm finally broke out of his slump at the plate, and the Yankees took a commanding lead in the ALCS with a 6-3 win over the Cleveland Guardians last night in Yankee Stadium. Chisholm doubled off to lead the 6th inning, brought an end to an 0-for-11 stretch at the plate and a 3-game hitless streak.
The Associated Press releases NCAA women's preseason basketball polls, and the Ole Miss Rebels were ranked in the top 25. Head coach Yolette McPhee-McEwen, sophomore wing Rima Collins, and the Ole Miss Rebels are ranked number 20 headed into the 2024-2025 season. This marks the second consecutive year and the 18th time in school history that the Rebels have received preseason honors by the Associated Press.
Team Bahamas missed an opportunity to advance to the CONCACAF Nations League play-in. The Junkanoo boys lost 6-2 to Barbados on the road last night in Bridgetown, Barbados. Brandon Adderley and Michael Massey were the goal scorers for Team Bahamas.
A spin-off of the second largest family island regatta, the Long Island Sailing Club Mini Regatta features top sloops in both the C and E class. In Class C, Xena took first, followed by Sassy Sue, Miss Rory, Sacrifice in the fourth, and Malora rounded out the top 5. In the E class, Lady Anne-Marie was the overall winner, followed by Blue Marlin, Little Brook, and the Captain Peg.
In NBA preseason action, Buddy Hield continues to work his way into the rotation for the Golden State Warriors. Hield finished with 10 points off the bench in the Warriors' 111-97 win over the Los Angeles Lakers. Golden State is undefeated on the preseason at 5-0 thus far, and Hield is averaging 11.8 points in just over 17 minutes per game. That'll do it for Our Sports. Stay tuned to Our News at 7:30 for details on these stories and more.
When Our News comes back from the break, we turn our spotlight to stories making headlines across the world. Early voting began in key battleground state, Georgia. Plus, how an American nationwide recall of nearly 12 million pounds of meat and poultry products due to potential listeria contamination has expanded. And Haitians in mourning after a gang massacre claimed the lives of at least 70 people. We have the details when Our News returns.
Yo, what's good, my loyal viewers? Ronaldo Dorset of 10YS here. First of all, thanks so much for watching, but be sure to hit that follow button. If you'd like to see more content like this, follow all of the Our News social media pages, and of course, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team, well, from the teams you already trust.
My name is Troy Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent on the services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients working remotely when I'm from home. The internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. My name is Trey Williams, and the future is home with a live fiber.
When hurricanes and emergencies strike, timely information can save lives. That's why Alive Business brings you bulk SMS messaging, your essential tool for staying informed and safe. Imagine having critical updates and safety tips delivered right to your phone, anytime and anywhere. With bulk SMS messaging, you can send real-time alerts and updates and timely notifications. When every second counts, count on Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. For more information, contact the experts. Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season.
This is Our News. Welcome back. We turn our attention now to stories making headlines across the world. Early voting began in Georgia on Tuesday as the state's 8.2 million registered voters prepare to choose between Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump in a tight presidential race. As a key battleground state, Georgia could once again play a crucial role in determining the election's outcome. Trump is set to campaign in Atlanta soon after early voting starts, with a rally planned at the Cobb Energy Performing Arts Center. Early voting continues until November 1st, with some counties offering weekend voting options.
This is an existential election. It's going to have implications for my children and my 3 grandsons and more to come. So it's critically important that everyone at least voices their vote.
I'm a black man, and she earned my vote.
I'm of the age when women's rights came into focus in the early 70s, and to see us losing that, I believe in choice. Every person has a choice, but I also believe there should be separation of church and state.
A nationwide recall of nearly 12 million pounds of meat and poultry products has been expanded to include ready-to-eat meals sent to schools, restaurants, and major retailers like Costco, Target, and Walmart due to a potential listeria contamination, according to federal officials. The meat processed at Bruce Pack's Oklahoma plant tested positive for listeria during routine checks. While no illnesses have been confirmed, the USDA has issued a recall for products made between May 31st and October 8th. 6 new sexual abuse lawsuits were filed against Sean Diddy Combs on Monday, including one alleging he assaulted a minor. These lawsuits come a month after Combs was criminally charged with sex trafficking and racketeering. Combs has denied wrongdoing and pleaded not guilty in his criminal case. Filed in the New York federal court, the lawsuits include claims from a man who says Combs assaulted him as a minor. Combs' request for bail was denied last week, and his trial is set for May 2025. Walgreens Boots Alliance announced plans to close 1,200 stores over the next 3 years, with 500 closures scheduled for next year. The move comes as the company faces challenges from low drug reimbursement rates and slower consumer spending. CEO Tim Wentworth described the closures as part of a broader turnaround strategy, which includes a $1 billion cost-cutting program. Despite these challenges, Walgreens beat fourth quarter profit estimates and met 2025 earning expectations, leading to a 10% rise in its stock. 23andMe is facing major challenges after a late 2023 data breach and full board resignation, raising concerns over the safety of customers' DNA data. A top executive clarified she's not considering a third-party takeover, but aims to take the company private, assuring customers that privacy policies will remain intact. While 23andMe allows customers to request data deletion, shared data cannot be retracted from third-party research partners. Relatives and friends gathered recently to bid a final farewell to Jean-Louis Jeune, a victim of the recent gang massacre. The massacre, carried out by the Grand Griffe gang on October 3rd, claimed the lives of at least 70 people, including infants, and forced over 6,000 residents to flee the agricultural town they lived in. The UN Security Council recently extended the mandate of an international security force to support local police efforts in restoring order. Still to come in Our News, Today in History. Find out interesting facts about the day that was October 16th. And then in Our News at 7:30, we take a deep dive into the Grand Bahama Port Authority's legal department in tonight's City in Focus. Learn about the key departments and individuals driving daily operations. Plus, why Energy Minister JoBeth Colby-Davis says she plans to file a civil suit against a social media commentator. We'll tell you the personal attacks when Our News returns.
Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas Cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible even in the worst of weather conditions. Don't let the storm catch you off guard this season. Stay ahead of the game with Bahamas Cloud from Alive Business.
This video needs to show us on a different scale. It has to be
extra.
What are you? Hey, Quay.
Hey, what you saying?
Where you with?
I heard you on the bus stop with my friend.
Okay, so we want to shoot this video, and it's gonna be extra.
All right, Jim. I can just come to you. All right. I need you 25 cents no more.
Candino Notes here, and thank you so much for watching. Be sure and hit that follow button if you want to see more stories like this. Be sure and follow all of the Our News social media pages. And hey, don't forget, turn on your notifications so you never miss out on top stories from the team you already trust.
Bahamas, are you ready? Keep the vibe alive. Music group, along with Alpha Sounds, present the best of the best. Raking Scrape Explosion Reloaded. This is the biggest one-day all-Bahamian concert of the year. Featuring KB, D-Mac, Abby, Mama D, Fan Shaw, Shine 242, The Falcon, and more. Mark your calendars. It's going down November the 2nd at Super Club Breezes Ground. Tickets now available at Bahamas e-ticket.
On this day in Bahamian history in 1985, the 8th Commonwealth Heads of Government Conference meeting, CHOGM, opened in Nassau. The event was hosted by then Prime Minister Lyndon Pindling and was held from the 16th to 22nd of October in Lyford Key. The Nassau Accord was one of the most important agreements signed at the meeting. It called for the South African government to dismantle its apartheid policy, enter into negotiations with the country's black majority, and end its occupation of Namibia. The Commonwealth Eminent Persons Group was appointed to investigate the South African issue and report back with recommendations ahead of the special 1986 CHOGM meeting in London. And in 2019, a $300 million heads of agreement was signed for the development of Phase 2 of Bahama Resort, including a new water park.
Speaking with Bram and the Bahama team, they've informed me that once it's been signed, that the job opportunities would commence immediately.
A Grand Bahamian movie director and producer switching roles recently, taking up a supporting actor role in the movie Dolphin Summer. Well, that step out of his comfort zone role led him to claim the title of Best Supporting Actor in a Feature Film during the Lady Film Festival held in Los Angeles. Megan Shepard has more.
Cranston McDonnell is usually the vision behind the films on screen, but was recently convinced to audition for his first on-screen role by one of the writers of the film, Dolphin Summer.
So he said to me, hey, man, I wrote this part for you. I said, you couldn't write this part for me because you just met me. And he said, dude, this is going to be awesome. You're going to have one of the lead roles. And I said, I don't want to do it. I want to be the assistant director to you. Needless to say, I did it. I was glad I did it. Ended up in LA at the film festival. And out of hundreds of people, I ended up getting the Best Supporting Actor.
McDonnell describes his feelings the moment he realized he had won.
I felt like I was at the Grammy Awards. It felt that good.
And as to what he's working on next.
Last year I did a movie called The New Norm, which was to bring awareness to the Bahamas. It's actually about COVID-19. This year I'm working on a movie called The Lost City of the Lucayans. And that's one of the films that actually most of the producers that I met and directors I met in LA, they're hot up for that. They want me to represent it to them very quickly.
Dolphin Summer was filmed on Grand Bahama. And with McDonnell's new projects on the horizon, he believes a lot more doors of opportunity will be opened for the creative community.
Grand Bahama was like kind of down here. Now that We're bringing the orange economy where it needs to be. It's starting to move up.
And to those who may be interested in the creative community, McDonald's advice is short and simple.
Just start. You know, you could take your phone out and you could record. Some people say, I don't have the money. You don't need the money. At least you don't need the money right now. Just start and you'll make waves. You'll surprise yourself with just as simple as your phone and two friends them shooting.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Megan Shepard.
Thanks, Megan. Well, to watch that story again and for all of today's top stories, you can visit ournews.bs. That does it for Our News at 7. Joining us now is our Italia Hall with the latest headlines. Italia, you see Grand Bahamian talent doing it again?
We are doing it big. I am so proud, but great advice coming from him in that story. Thanks so much for that, Megan. And it's Wednesday, Marlena. We're almost there. It's been a short week so far with the holiday on Monday, but I'm ready for Friday.
Me too.
We're almost there. Thanks so much, Marlena. Well, coming up, Energy Minister Jobette Colby-Davis says she plans to file a civil suit. We'll tell you why coming up. And City in Focus, the story of Freeport continues tonight with the Grand Bahama Port Authority. Here are your latest headlines. Taking legal action first tonight on Our News Live at 7:30 after being targeted by what she describes as disgraceful and distasteful social media attacks. The Energy Minister is not backing down. Also, Grand Lucayan's grand comeback. PM Davis says things are looking up in talks over the resort sale, plus healthcare expansion. Doctors Hospital officially opened its new clinic and pharmacy on Paradise Island. We'll show you the new accessible and affordable healthcare options. And later, the son of hip-hop royalty opens his wallet for UB students. We'll tell you about the $10,000 for their visual art efforts. Our News Live at 7:30 is back in a moment. Grand Bahama is home to a unique economic arrangement, with that arrangement between government and the Grand Bahama Port Authority under scrutiny as tensions persist.
It's not our direct responsibility to carry out these other things that people think we should be doing.
We need this to be dealt with quicker than quicker and sooner than sooner.
I have a vision for Grand Bahama, and my vision is actually bigger than my grandfather's ever was.
Watch City in Focus, the story of Freeport with Italia Hall, starting August 7th only on RTV.
I love my EV. I am Generation E.
I am Generation E.
I am Generation E.
And I am Generation E.
Energy conservation is the decision and practice of using less energy. Energy efficiency means using less energy to perform the same task. Turning off lights when you leave a room. Unplugging appliances not in use. People conserve to gain more control over their energy bill and to reduce demand on the Earth's natural resources. Bahamas Power and Light Company Limited looks forward to helping our customers eliminate wasted energy. Take this journey with us as we build for better. BPL.
I'm Michaela Kerr. I'm an 18-year-old freshman at the University of the Bahamas, and I'm a computer science major. I'm also the NT Corporation's Youth Ambassador for the Environment, and I'm an environmentalist. My journey as the environmental advocate began with a simple yet profound realization that our environment is degrading right in front of my eyes. And being NT's Youth Ambassador for the Environment means that my words and my actions hold the power to help change the environment and the world around me. I find it exciting that I can be a student, live my life, and use my words and my voice to change the environment and world around me. Most times I think it's a privilege. It's our environment and it's our generation to own. I don't think as a young person that there is anything more rewarding than being a part of bringing awareness. I'm Michaela Kerr, and I'm making a difference in my...
Welcome to Our News. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Italia Hall. Well, Energy Minister Jobette Colby-Davis says she plans to file a civil suit over social media attacks targeting her and her family. Colby-Davis admitting the attacks are hurtful, calling them disgraceful and distasteful. Our Bertie McDermott reports.
Energy Minister Jobette Colby-Davis plans to file a civil suit against the social media commentator who she alleges made libelous comments towards her and her family. Two letters made the rounds on social media, One from Colby Davis addressed to the Commissioner of Police, asking him to investigate Island Tea Real, the talk show on Facebook, following a post she alleges levied personal attacks against her and attacks on her performance. The second letter came from her legal counsel, McKinney, Turner & Co., making the same request of the Commissioner of Police. The Energy Minister says while she's grateful for the opportunity to serve, she stressed the impact things like this have on her family.
I do this work on behalf of the Bahamian people, but I still have to protect my family, my friends, and my loved ones and their interests. And it does hurt. It hurts them a lot when they hear these things, when they see these things. And at the end of the day, my peace is my home, my husband, my daughter, Bethany, and our friends and family that enjoy our company when we have that free time.
Colby Davis called the remarks distasteful and disgraceful, adding that it's getting intolerable. Politicians and other public figures have often found themselves at the end of social media attacks. The wife and mother of one says the incident speaks to the level of vulnerability of all parliamentarians to social media attacks.
While we are serving, we are still human, and there's still a level of respect and decorum that person should have. And if there's a question, you question, but then to suggest and continue to lambaste and spread these lies and think that nothing can happen to you and that you can do as you please is unfair to us as politicians. We serve in this role. I'm excited to be able to transform our nation's energy sector.
She had these words for future politicians who may see instances like this and get discouraged.
I want them to be encouraged to stand strong, to begin to face some of the adversities that will come with this role, but to also know that there is a level of justice present for them and available for them. The fact that you are a politician, a parliamentarian, doesn't mean that you must silently take the negative and the nasty abuse that comes.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Berthany McDermott.
All right, thanks so much for that report, Berthany. Well, Prime Minister Philip Davis is hitting back at criticism that his administration is not doing enough to find a potential buyer for the Grand Lucayan Resort on Grand Bahama. He insisted there is still an active conversation with a buyer. 2 weeks ago, Davis announced that government was in talks with a buyer for the hotel. He said the deal was expected to be finalized soon. We asked the Prime Minister for an update on the sidelines of a generation commissioning ceremony at the Clifton Power Plant yesterday. Davis says things are looking up.
Fruitful and progressive. We are still awaiting the potential purchaser to meet our requirements, and once they meet our requirements, we'll go ahead with it.
The opposition has been critical of the process, saying the Davis administration has failed to bring some outcome or solution to the sale. F&M leader Michael Pintard says the lack of movement has left Grand Bahama residents disappointed. The Prime Minister hitting back, saying it's their problem his government has had to inherit.
Don't forget, first of all, they're the one who made the bad deal to buy it, and buy it in circumstances that they clearly were the inferior negotiator. And they should be the last to speak about that. What did they do when they had it? They bought it, right, at a price that we didn't think it was worth, and bought it with less asset than it really had. And I don't want to speak because that's looking backward. They cannot lecture us on what we're doing.
Doctors Hospital now spreading his reach to Paradise Island, the hospital opening a clinic and pharmacy on that island. Officials say it will provide affordable health care that's easy to access the thousands of Bahamians working on that island while also serving tourists. The new facility includes a fully operational pharmacy with private rooms for medical consultations and doctor appointments. Chief Financial Officer for the hotel, Dr. Dennis DeVoe, says it's important for every resident to receive health care no matter their location.
Our role as a private sector actor is certainly to cooperate wherever we can to make our capacity available to people that need it. And fundamentally, what we've done today is to make our outpatient product, our urgent care product, something happens and you need to get in to see a doctor right away. We've made that more accessible and affordable at $119 per month. We think that really is a huge step.
And that was the Chief Financial Officer of the hospital, And now that $119 just mentioned is a part of the hospital's Loyalty Advantage membership program known as the LAMP program. Officials say residents can pay a monthly fee to join the program. Manager of Finance in the LAMP program, Carlisle Bethel, says anyone can sign up.
The plan comes with a number of benefits. So you have your urgent care visits, you have access to prescription medication at a flat fee of $25 per prescription medication or a 30% discount. You have access to all of your primary care services, unlimited visits to a primary care physician, discounts on your x-rays, your imagings, your labs. You have access to rehabilitation services at any doctor's hospital location.
Well, we saw some showers in the capital on this Wednesday. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is in the Weather Center with your first look at weather. Greg, welcome back from vacation. How was it?
Short.
Too short.
Too short.
While I was in Grand Bahama, I know you traveled on your vacation.
Yeah, I had a good time.
That's wonderful.
Got to see family, and we, of course, you know, you females, you love to shop.
Love it. Shop
Wifey
until I drop.
Yeah. But yeah, we had a good time.
Wonderful. Greg, I know right now forecasters are watching something out there in the ocean. Can you tell us what's happening right now?
Yeah, there's a little disturbance out there just east of the Les Antilles, and that's headed this way. Nothing organized as yet, but it has a potential of medium chance for formation. But a couple of things are gonna kind of hamper that, but we'll tell you that later on in the newscast. But also, there's another area down in the Southwest Caribbean that we're going to be watching as well, but that is also very low chance for formation. So not quite out of the hurricane season yet. We still have a month to go. But we have a front, and we have some cooler temperatures, lots of clouds and showers associated with that, and that kept us rather nice today. Comfortable, 80 degrees outside right now, cloudy, some light showers as well out there. Winds are starting to pick up now, east-northeast at 15 miles per hour, and your feels like temperature very comfortable, 79 degrees on the outside. Speaking of that front, it is now across the northwest Bahamas, showers and thunderstorms riding along that frontal boundary out of the southwest Caribbean, also the Florida Straits. That's going to be moving across the northwest Bahamas, so we're going to see one or two more showers later on tonight, but this front is going to sag towards the south, should get into the central Bahamas by tomorrow afternoon, and once it goes through, we're looking for some cooler temperatures, possibly some drier conditions, mainly across extreme northern islands, but that front is going to park itself for at least another day or two before it backs up for the weekend, and we could see some more showers by the end of the week. That's a quick check on conditions around the islands. Let's look at your tropics and your extended forecast. It's still
Still to come on our news, City in Focus, the story of Freeport is back tonight with a deep dive into the Grand Bahama Port Authority's legal department. Learn about the key departments and individuals driving the daily operations. But first, a 36-year-old Eleuthera woman faces 19 charges for allegedly stealing over $87,000 from the Road Traffic Department. We'll tell you her plea when she'll next face a judge when our news returns. Stay with us.
A decade ago, the Bahamas Striping Group of companies was birthed out of a passion to change the way we travel. From only a $5,000 grant, the tenacity and work ethic has propelled BSGC to one of the leading road management companies in the Caribbean. We pride ourselves on going the extra mile where others won't, through the use of our state-of-the-art equipment and our certified team. Although the success is commendable, the road has been long. Yet, the mission continues in striving to be a world-class organization ran by Bahamians for Bahamians. With the help of our experienced and hardworking team, we at the Bahamas Striping Group of companies are committed to making a difference, one road at a time.
There are some things that are
Hey y'all, are you ready to be inspired? I am thrilled to announce that Inspire Her 2024 is coming, and it's going to be bigger and better than ever. Join us at the luxurious Atlantis Hotel Paradise Island on October 10th for an evening filled with inspiration, empowerment, and connection. The evening session promises to offer exclusive networking opportunities and transformative discussion. We invite everyone to attend and to be part of this incredible gathering. Hear from leading women activists, entrepreneurs, CEOs, thought leaders, and more as they share their stories, insights, and wisdom. Tickets are now available for purchase through the Alive Events app. Corporate packages and vendor opportunities are also available, providing a unique platform for businesses to showcase their support and connect with a diverse audience. Grab your girlfriends, mark your calendars for October 10th, and join us at the Inspire Her 2024 Women's Conference. See you there.
Hey, you're going to watch the Charlie Bahama Show this week because it is super special. I don't know if you can tell by how I'm dressed, but AJR will be on this episode of the Charlie Bahama Show this week, right here on Cable Bahamas.
That's right. We caught up with indie pop group AJR right here in the Bahamas on our first show of the new season. Friday, October 18th at 8 p.m. on Cable Bahamas, Channel 212.
A 36-year-old woman is accused of stealing more than $87,000 while she worked for the Road Traffic Department in Eleuthera. Court documents allege that Raquel Johnson stole the money between June 3, 2024 and August 22, 2024. Johnson pleaded not guilty to 19 counts of stealing by reason of employment when she stood before Senior Magistrate Kendra Kelly. Her bail was set at $20,000 and Johnson is required to check in at the Harbor Island Police Station on Wednesday until the trial is complete. Johnson's trial is scheduled to begin on January 21, 2025. Well, tonight, we continue our series, City in Focus, the story of Freeport. Over the past few weeks, we've explored the rich history of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, its role, and various community initiatives. In this segment, we delved into different departments and the individuals responsible for the daily operations of the private entity. We begin with the Vice President of Legal Affairs, often described as the heart of the organization.
I call our department the heart of the company. We keep everybody, in my view, out of trouble.
Meet Carla McIntosh, the Vice President of Legal Affairs at the Grand Bahama Port Authority. It's a significant role that demands a great deal of work. Carla began her career at the GBPA as a compliance officer in 2010 and has moved up through the ranks to her current position. She describes her department as a small team, but one that handles a considerable amount of behind-the-scenes work.
We take a part of the conveyancing. As you know, we sell property through Freeport Commercial Port Group Limited. We deal with a lot of the regulatory aspects, assisting with our building and development departments, enforcing our restrictions and covenants. We assist with the licensing of the businesses.
She says the job is rewarding, but admits it can be challenging at times.
Rewarding is every morning I get to wake up and come be a part of a dream, a vision, to see things happen, helping individuals fulfill so many different tasks and areas of their lives. That's the rewarding part. Then, there are those days that we're criticized, but at the end of the day, we get up every morning, we show up, we smile, and we do it despite all of the issues, the challenges that, you may hear out there. I tell people a lot of the times they don't humanize us in here, but we're all Bahamians.
The VP shares the entire management team is committed to the success of Grand Bahama, showing up each day with that goal in mind. When it comes to what motivates her in her role,
I know a lot of persons out there may never get the opportunity that I get to sit at the table. So when I'm at the table, I'm always remembering that I'm the voice of the small man outside.
Coming up in sports, the Yankees get one win closer to the World Series. We find out where Coach Joe and Ole Miss stack up on the AP poll, and the Junkanoo boys fall just short of promotion.
Plus, hip-hop royalty pays it forward. How University of the Bahamas students bagged $10,000 in Snoop Dogg's son scholarship when Our News returns.
Yo, what's good, my loyal viewers? Ronaldo Dorset of 10YS here. First of all, thanks so much for watching, but be sure to hit that follow button. If you'd like to see more content like this, follow all of the Our News social media pages, and of course, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team, from the teams you already trust.
My name is Trevi Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast.
The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent on the services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients working remotely when I'm from home. The internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. My name is Trey Williams, and the future is home with a live fiber.
When hurricanes and emergencies strike, timely information can save lives. That's why Alive Business brings you bulk SMS messaging, your essential tool for staying informed and safe. Imagine having critical updates and safety tips delivered right to your phone, anytime and anywhere. With bulk SMS messaging, you can send real-time alerts and updates and timely notifications. When every second counts, count on Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. For more information, contact the experts. Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season.
Welcome to Our Sports, presented by 10th Year Seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Marknut. Let's do show. The last time the Yankees had a 2-0 lead in the American League Championship Series, they went on to win the 2009 World Series. Jazz Chisholm Jr. and the 2024 Yankees just took a 2-0 lead in the ALCS. We'll see what happens next. Chisholm finally broke out of his slump at the plate, and the Yankees took a commanding lead in the ALCS with a 6-3 win over the Cleveland Guardians last night in Yankee Stadium. Chisholm doubled off to lead the 6th inning, brought an end to an 0-for-11 stretch at the plate, and a 3-game hitless streak. The series now shifts to Progressive Field in Cleveland for Game 3 tomorrow afternoon at 5:08 p.m. Clark Schmidt will take the mound for the Yankees, and the Guardians are expected to counter with Matthew Boyd.
The Associated Press releases NCAA women's preseason basketball polls, and the Ole Miss Rebels were ranked in the top 25. Head coach Yolette McPhee-McEwen, sophomore wing Rima Collins, and the Ole Miss Rebels are ranked number 20 headed into the 2024-2025 season. This marks the second consecutive year and the 18th time in school history that the Rebels have received preseason honors by the Associated Press. Ole Miss has been unranked in the preseason since 1992 before Coach Yo led the program to a number 12 ranking last year. Last year's team set a school record with 12 SEC wins and notched its third straight NCAA tournament appearance. The SEC is the toughest conference in women's college basketball, with Ole Miss as one of 7 teams featured in the preseason top 25. Bahamian fans will have an opportunity to watch Ole Miss play at home when they return to the Bahama Women's Championship November 25th and 27th.
Team Bahamas missed an opportunity to advance to the CONCACAF Nations League play-in. The Junkanoo boys lost 6-2 to Barbados on the road last night in Bridgetown, Barbados. Brandon Adderley and Michael Massey were the goal scorers for Team Bahamas. This marked the conclusion of the group stage in League C. Barbados finished first in the group with 12 points to earn promotion to League B. The Bahamas finished second in the group with 4 points, but was denied a place in the Nations League play-in with the loss.
A spin-off of the second largest family island regatta, the Long Island Sailing Club Mini Regatta features top sloops in both the C and E class. In Class C, Xena took first, followed by Sassy Sue, Miss Rory, Sacrifice in the fourth, and Malora rounded out the top 5. In the E class, Lady Anne-Marie was the overall winner, followed by Blue Marlin, Little Brook, and the Captain Pig.
In NBA preseason action, Buddy Hield continues to work his way into the rotation for the Golden State Warriors. Hield finished with 10 points off the bench in the Warriors' 111-97 win over the Los Angeles Lakers. Golden State is undefeated on the preseason at 5-0 thus far, and Hield is averaging 11.8 points in just over 17 minutes per game. That'll do it for Our Sports. This is 10YS. How relieved were you when Jazz finally got that base hit?
Not that much, because he was thrown out immediately.
Focus on what's important. Yankees in 4.
In 4.
Back to the studio.
Still ahead on our news tonight, dropping wisdom and cash. UB students bagged $10,000 in scholarships from Snoop Dogg's son. Plus, what you need to know for the rest of the week as a cold front moves into our area. The story when our news returns.
Hey y'all, are you ready to be inspired? I am thrilled to announce that Inspire Her 2024 is coming, and it's going to be bigger and better than ever. Join us at the luxurious Atlantis Hotel Paradise Island on October 10th for an evening filled with inspiration, empowerment, and connection. The evening session promises to offer exclusive networking opportunities and transformative discussions. We invite everyone to attend and to be part of this incredible gathering. Hear from leading women activists, entrepreneurs, CEOs, thought leaders, and more as they share their stories, insights, and wisdom. Tickets are now available for purchase through the Alive Events app. Corporate packages and vendor opportunities are also available, providing a unique platform for businesses to showcase their support and connect with a diverse audience. Grab your girlfriends, mark your calendars for October 10th, and join us at the Inspire Her 2024 Women's Conference. See you there.
Hey, you're going to watch the Charlie Bahama Show this week because it is super special. I don't know if you can tell by how I'm dressed, but AJR will be on this episode of the Charlie Bahama Show this week right here on Cable Bahamas.
That's right. We caught up with indie pop group AJR right here in the Bahamas on our first show of the new season. Friday, October 18th at 8 p.m. on Cable Bahamas, channel 212.
Yo, what's good, my loyal viewers? Ronaldo Dorset of 10YS.
This is our news. Welcome back. Well, of course, across the United States of America, we have a change in the season. There's some fronts now making it all the way down south, and one is headed our way. Actually, it's entered the Northwest Bahamas right now. That's going to play a role in that tropical disturbance out there in the Atlantic. We'll tell you about that shortly, but we do have that front boundary moving into the Northwest Bahamas with some showers and thunderstorms associated with that. Over in the tropics, we still have a month and a half left. We're watching this area. National Hurricane Center giving that a medium chance for formation. This will continue to track towards the west-northwest. This is the Leeward Islands, the Windward and Leeward Islands there, and it's going to be moving into our general location, but that front I was talking about, that's going to play a part in keeping the system not getting its act together. So it's going to have some upper level share. The National Hurricane Center is expecting it once it gets into our neck of the woods not to really do much, but we will continue to track this one. Has about, like I said, a medium chance for formation. Of course, in the Southwest Caribbean, they're also watching that area for potential for development. That has a low chance, but anything forms in there, that location will move into the Gulf of Mexico and shouldn't pose any problems for us. Of course, locally, that frontal boundary moving through our area, once again, generating some showers and thunderstorms likely to stall across the central Bahamas. So we're going to see 1 or 2 showers associated with that boundary as it sags into that area. But by the end of the week and into the weekend, that frontal boundary will move slightly back towards the north, but it will keep that disturbance well to the south. So the Turks and Caicos Islands, even if it doesn't form anything, and the southeast Bahamas will see some showers and thunderstorms with that system by the early part of next week. Future forecast showing the frontal boundary across the area with the showers and thunderstorms associated with that. That will continue, as I mentioned, to sag towards the south, bringing some showers to the central Bahamas, clearing across the northwest Bahamas. Cooler temperatures expected, not much in terms of any rainfall, but that front will back towards the north and bring us some increase in showers by the end of the weekend into early next week. Boating forecast for the northwest and central Bahamas. That front will usher in a change in the winds. Small craft advisory will come into effect behind the front. Rip currents will be high. North to northeast winds 15 to 25 knots across the northwest Bahamas, 15 to 20 in central, 5 to 8 foot seas and northeasterly swells. Tide was high at 7:01. Your low tide expected at 1:47 in the morning. For the southeast Bahamas, caution flag for you guys down there. East to southeast winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas running 2 to 4 feet, but up to 6 feet in some northeasterly swells. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In the extended forecast, with that funnel boundary stalling across the area, we'll keep showers in the forecast throughout the remainder of the week. Once it backs up towards north, we'll keep some lingering showers, but those temperatures will be very nice and comfortable, looking at some low to mid 80s. That's a look at our weather. Make it a safe night, everybody.
All right, thanks so much, Greg. Hopefully things cool down soon. Well, the Bahamas Air Sea Rescue Association is moving full steam ahead with its new ongoing beach cleanup program on the island of Grand Bahama. Recently, we caught up with the team during their cleanup of a local beach. Let's take a look.
The Bahamas Air Sea Rescue Association, in collaboration with several local partners, recently launched an ongoing beach cleanup program aimed at protecting and preserving the country's environment. The initiative will focus on cleaning one beach each month across Grand Bahama. The first cleanup took place on Barbary Beach. President of Basra North, Adam Miller, emphasized the program's mission. He says it's all about educating the community and coming together to make a difference.
We're not just a search and rescue organization. We're actually a community organization which is educating the younger generation.
Captain Daniel Murray says keeping the beaches clean are important.
You know, not only for the tourists, but for us as well. So, you know, it's nothing more positive than keeping Mother Nature in her pristine form. None of us like to be walking over bottles and cans and garbage when we come down a nice beach. So,
chairperson of the Keep Grand Bahama Clean Committee of the Grand Bahama Port Authority is one of the partners with Basra.
With about 40 persons here today, that shows commitment of Basra and other groups that have joined in. There are approximately 20 plus bags of garbage collected, mostly items such as plastic. And so we want to also encourage our public, you know, as they come to the beach, to make sure that they keep a clean environment.
Founder of Earth Care Bahamas, Gail Woon, explains the dangers of plastics in the water.
They become microscopic and they become like little spheres, like little marbles, and that gives them more surface area, and with more surface area, the plastics actually are a magnet for POPs, persistent organic pollutants. So the bad chemicals that you don't want in your body glom onto those little microplastics, and those are eaten by clams, oysters, any filter feeders.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Natalia Hall.
Well, art students at the University of the Bahamas receiving $10,000 for their efforts in creating visual art to tell a meaningful story. The award, presented by Cordell Broaddus, son of legendary American rapper Snoop Dogg, through its Chamo Medici Arts Fund Scholarship Award, a collaboration involving Broaddus and the Tezos Foundation. Cordell also bringing members from his inner circle to speak to the students about the importance of standing out. He says when the time came for him to give back, the Bahamas was first on his list.
So, you know, doing something like this is to keep it, you know, in the front of y'all minds. You guys are extremely creative, y'all young, and, you know, we feel like putting this in front of y'all can give y'all a skill set that y'all can, you know, earn a real financial living later down the line. And just giving y'all skill sets that, you know, aren't marginalizing.
Students who won participated in 2 categories, visual arts and music. We spoke to 2 students, one of them former weekend reporter here at Our News, Jean Joseph and Madison Cartwright. They tell us the inspiration behind their pieces, as well as what the money would mean for them.
One thing that I keep as a constant is I'm always striving to learn. No matter how old you are, how young you are, you always have something that you can learn.
I really encourage people to do art because like it's really fun. It's like a very specific kind of happiness. Like to do like a very specific brushstroke, you understand like it's very happy. It's like a good thing, right? So like if I would like for more people to experience that.
All right, congrats to those students, and of course to see that story again, it's available now. With that, we thank you for joining us for Our News tonight. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Natalia Hall. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great evening. I'm Natalia Hall. Be sure and hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. Click right over here. And don't forget to turn on your notifications to see more content from the team you already trust.